Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If you are listening to this today, it's probably not by accident. Maybe you are tired. Maybe you are wondering why life feels this hard. Or maybe you are walking through something that no one really sees and you are just trying to hold it together. I want to talk to that person today, and that person is you. Just you. And because Allah says something in the Qur'an that I want you to hear deeply, personally, like a whisper from Allah, the one who sees when you are breaking down. And we will, and Allah says, and we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger and the loss of wealth and lives and fruits, but give good news to the patient. I want you to pause first, breathe, and sit with that for a second. Because Allah here, He is not sugarcoating life for you. He is not saying that I might test you. He is saying, I will, and you will feel fear, and you will feel hunger, and you will lose people, and you will lose effort. Things will not always make sense either. But then, He doesn't leave us in the dark. He says, give good news to the patient. Let's go through this verse together. Fear. Fear isn't weakness. It's part of being human. The fear of being alone, of not being enough, of being a failure, or even failing even. And if you are someone who feels emotions deeply, maybe you fear your own mind sometimes, your own thoughts. But even fear is a test from Allah, and He knew you could carry it. You don't need to be fearless to be strong. You just need to keep turning back to Him, even with trembling hands. Hunger. Not just the kind where you feel your stomach is empty, but the hunger for peace, for clarity, for rest, the hunger for love that doesn't leave you empty, for a family that understands you, for answers that haven't come. That hunger, when you are patient, becomes a ladder to the akhirah. The loss of wealth. Maybe you've lost more than money. Maybe you lost time, opportunities, a version of your life you dreamt of. You gave and gave and gave, and now you are exhausted. And Allah says, I see that. I know what you poured your soul into. It wasn't wasted in my sight. The loss of lives. Some of the heaviest trials are the ones that leave us grieving. And grief isn't just about death. Sometimes it's about people. It's about people still living but no longer in our lives, or the version of you that had more joy, more energy, and more hope. You are allowed to grieve. You are not faithless for feeling heartbreak. The loss of fruits. This one hits the hardest sometimes because you studied, but you still failed. You tried to heal, and you're still hurting. You prayed, and things still fell apart. You gave everything, and they still left. And Allah still says, be patient. The reward is coming to you. But maybe you are thinking, why me? Why is Allah testing me like this? And why now? Let me tell you something, or someone who was tested more, someone who was the most beloved to Allah, Habibullah. Okay, the year of grief, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he lost his wife Khadija and his Khadija radiallahu anhu and his uncle Abu Talib, the two people who loved him, supported him, protected him, and he lost them one after the other. The year became known as the year of sorrow. That's not just a story, that's proof. Even the most beloved to Allah went through deep, painful loss, and then came Taif. The Prophet ﷺ walked to Taif with his heart full of hope, wanting to invite people to Islam. But what did they do? They mocked him, stoned him, laughed at him, and he had to leave bruised, right? And yet he still raised his hands and said, Ya Allah, as long as you are not angry with me, I don't mind. But as long as you are not angry, I do not mind any of this. But your mercy, that is what I seek. And you see, that's sabr. That's beauty in the middle of pain. That's not suppressing emotions. That's surrendering it with love. Okay? You see, sabr doesn't mean smiling when you are dying inside. It means trusting Allah with your pain. It means not letting your heartbreak become the end of your story. It means choosing faith even when everything else feels like it's falling apart. So if you are in pain right now, if you are overwhelmed, if you are grieving someone or something, if you are tired of trying and feels like Allah's not hearing you, let this be a reminder. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. And your tears are not pointless. Allah is testing you, not to destroy you, but to purify you, raise you in raise you, love you in ways you can't yet imagine. So I'm not telling you just be patient. That's what I'm not telling you, okay? So don't let that be the whole message you take from this. I'm not telling you to be patient. I'm telling you be gentle with yourself. Be real with Allah. I want you to cry, to stumble, to repeat, but never stop believing that this verse from Surah Baqarah, Ayah 159, it should be your lifeline. This life will test you, but this test isn't the end. Give good news to the patient. That is you. That could be you. Until next time, take care of yourself. Let your trials bring you closer to Allah, not away from Him. And remember, even the Prophet ﷺ was tested deeply and still found Allah's love in the storm. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And please, my dear listeners, do not forget to say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam whenever I mention our Prophet Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in my videos. Jazakumullahu khairan for listening. See you next time.